Mr. A.J. Brant, a founder member of the Havilland R.A.F. Company Limited, who is service manager of the company and therefore in charge of the Mosquito servicing and repair organization, will say a few words to you about how the Mosquito aircraft are kept flying. Mr. Brant.
My fellow colleagues, whether you are on administrative work, the drawing board, in machine shop, wood mill, detail shops, or final assembly lines of our main works, shadow factories, dispersals or subcontractors, do not think for one moment when you see the product of your labours leave the works or aerodrome, that's that, and that your company's interest is finished. The magnificent aeroplanes which are being turned out by the combined effort of the whole organisation in which we are all partners go to the Royal Air Force with all the tradition of de Havilland service behind them. Service, it is a fine word like resolution or courage. The work of our loyal band of service engineers, surveyors and working parties has inspired me to make this comparison. They have certainly shown resolution in tackling the most formidable jobs under trying and difficult conditions, and courage in carrying them out not only at the most advanced Royal Air Force bases in this country, but at remote aerodromes from the Arctic to North Africa, and I might mention at the most bombed place in the Empire. The duty of these DH service engineers, whether by technical liaison or manual labour, is to do anything within their power to assist the operating units of the Royal Air Force to maintain the highest possible percentage of our de Havilland aeroplanes in a serviceable condition. This, you will agree, is great work when I remind you that all your thousands of hours of labour to produce a machine is as naught if some small snag makes it non-operational. But don't worry, you turn them out, more and more of them, and the spirit of de Havilland's, your firm, my firm, our firm, will do all that is humanly possible to keep them flying, and the Royal Air Force will do the rest. Even if they prang them, you should know prang is the R.A.F. slang word for crash. We are ready to salve and repair them. In fact, our slogan to the R.A.F. might be, you bend them, we mend them. A complete organisation has been set up with liaison engineers in attendance at every Mosquito squadron. Surveyors categorise the damaged machines into Category AC for repair on site or Category B if it is to be taken to the workshops. These workshops, in the nature of daughter repairing firms, are geographically dispersed over the country to minimise transport and risk of enemy action. Each unit carrying a floating stock of spares and material which is replenished from a central stores under our own spares controller and coordinating officer. The salvage of parts and material from airframes and components damaged beyond economical repair is a most important matter and is receiving more and more attention. Let me say now how fully appreciated is the ready cooperation which is invariably forthcoming from all sections of the production and experimental departments and drawing office to assist us in the service department in carrying out the work described. You know the sort of thing. The loan of a piece of equipment, a bit of information, a little specialist advice and technical assistance from the drawing office. Now a few words to the outside working parties who are repairing our Mosquito aircraft on the site of the crashes. During the past few months, as this work has developed, you have done a magnificent job, but we have the winter in front of us, and the conditions will become more trying. We are getting shelter tents and heaters as far as possible, but equipment is difficult to get in sufficient quantities. But I am confident of your loyal endeavour to make the best of the conditions in the true tradition of de Havilland service. I want you to know that thanks to your efforts and cooperation and our planning and progressing methods and the improved spares situation, we are steadily bringing down the average repair man hours. In the case of the Category AC site repairs, they have come down 30%, and in the Category B workshop repairs, 25%. And, what is just as important, the average time cycle, that is the period the machine is unserviceable and denied to the R.A.F., has been reduced by 30% for the Category AC and 20% for the Category B. We admired the fortitude of Martin and Davis when they were not feeling too well hundreds of miles from home in North Africa, and of Harry Reid on his journey by air to Iceland and Adrian Moores to Malta, and the joke made of enemy aircraft's attention when an outside working party were picking up a crashed machine in Hell's Corner, as a certain part of this country was called during the Battle of Britain. Most of these jobs, however, have their compensations in the sense of achievement and memories of good fellowship and humorous incidents. Just visualize, for instance, a couple of Arabs trying to sell our engineers, about to return home by aeroplane, a souvenir in the form of a 3-foot length of marble pillar, guaranteed genuine, from the ancient city of Carthage nearby. There are few opportunities to mention such jobs, but all in the de Havilland organization can be assured that the spirit of loyalty, endeavor, resolution, fortitude and courage is admired by your directors and fellow workers alike,